It is great to have you with us from Jones Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. It's the Colorado Buffaloes and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Lubbock has one of the best fan bases in college football. When you step on the field, they are welcoming, they are loud, and they are passionate about their Red Raiders. This has become a must-visit venue. If you're talking about college football, do not sleep on Lubbock, Texas. The Red Raiders are ready to roar. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Texas Tech's offense will take the field first. Jacoby Williams, he sliced through defenders last time out, more than 200 yards, and scored 3 times in their victory. The give is to Williams. They come out strong, stopping for no gain on the opening play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go right back to it. Looking for room at the 40. Finding some room at the 30. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buffaloes offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse.
Oh, he's got some space.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Right back to it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Welsh. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Gets it to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And the Buffaloes will call on their punt team. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. He'll field the punt and look for room. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. He has 89 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Tight end now in motion. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, I don't know that there's a better 1-2 punch in all of college football when it comes to complementing each other than these two backs. Dickey can run downhill, stay square, be powerful. Williams can you can play touch football in an elevator and lose to that guy. So dynamic, good out of the backfield. Palmer, this offense, I know they got a new QB, but to me it starts on the ground.
It does. I think that's the part that really makes this offense so unique and dynamic, is it really is an air raid principle type offense, but they're still running it about 50% of the time. You just mentioned the two guys back there. When you've got talent like that, why not? They absolutely should tote the rock.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. They feed him again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Red Raiders pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Running inside. It's Dickey. There he goes!
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39. Quick release by the QB. Could not make his way to the corner. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wilson to pass. Here comes the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to take the top off. Holds it in on the left. Off and running. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Colorado. The extra point here would tie the game. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Slips through the line. He's got it out. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The Bucs offense ready to begin this drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, giving 1. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Wilson will throw. Here's a heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Buffaloes will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He'll try it again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Here's a give to Joyner. They knock him down right there.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a deep.
Got a little grass. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Red Raider.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where...
Pulls it in on the right. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On target. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the wide receiver. Wilson to pass. They'll run the screen. Across the 25. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. And the Buffaloes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. In the red area, it's Young. Nice move there. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The Buffaloes calling their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's got his man. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get it. Caught! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Buffaloes!
that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Got a man, it's Hudson. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football.
Caught, and he's got room. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. And the Red Raiders peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Under fire. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
No, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Release to the back. It's complete to the right. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Who knows, maybe being on the right hash will help him from 55 yards out. He can just take a big swing. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position.
He's going to throw deep right side. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. That pass interference call will give us 1 more untimed down in the half. Wilson will throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
The Red Raiders will boot away to start the second half. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. He stopped right at the 35, almost found a little room for a big return, but they get him on the ground right there. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important.
Makes a grab and room to run. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bucks!
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to the run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. He now has 110 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Crosses the 40. Might have a chance. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10. Joyner again. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
The give is to Williams. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out. They turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Bounces out, looking for that line. It's Williams. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. You get the short yardage situations, the goal-to-go situations. They got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense, forcing a 3rd and goal, putting some pressure now on this offense.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Looks as if they'll send out the field. Good, right down the boulevard. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. He did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a groove.
They're going to leave it in the hands of their offense on 4th down from their own territory, holding the lead. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. The run inside. It's Williams.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch. You want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Inside the 25. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10. Here's Quentin one more time. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Hand off to Joyner. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's gone! Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. Reese, productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting 1st down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage and probably...
Could be an alley. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Colorado will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout here. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. And the Red Raiders will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Buffs now use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. 5 defensive backs on the field as they desperately try to keep them out of the end zone late. They'll run with Joyner. He's going for the goal line. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and